mispronounce names, I'm the guy who does it. I apologize in advance. We're happy you're here tonight for the banquet. I just want to take a minute, a privilege if I could, to thank the players, the coaches, the support staff, and parents for making the season take place. You don't realize how much you miss something until there's a possibility you may not be able to see the game played. And so on behalf of Raider fans and football fans, I want to say thank you. We greatly appreciate the effort that you had to put forth to play the game. And guys, I will tell you, when you reach my age, which will be many years from now, you'll be able to tell your kids, you would not believe the season that I had and what I had to do to play. And you will have learned more from this season than you will probably any other time in your life. So thank you so much for what you did. Thank you. So it's my pleasure to introduce tonight's guest speaker, Coach Harold Nichols. Coach Nichols was a 1989 graduate of Presbyterian College and was named Presbyterian College's Assistant Athletic Director for Development in 2017 after spending the previous 8 seasons as head coach of the Blue Hose. As Assistant Athletic Director, Coach Nichols is responsible for planning and directing all fundraising activities for Presbyterian College athletics, to include annual giving, facility upgrades, and other major gift opportunities. During his tenure as head coach, Nichols produced 32 League Players of the Week, 30 Big South All-Conference selections, 4 CASANA Academic All-District team members, and 1 CASANA All-American. In one of his most successful seasons, Nichols led PC to a 6-5 record in 2014, which was the program's first winning season since 2007, and its first ever as a member of the Big South. He guided the Blue Hose to rank wins over number 12 Furman, number 22 Charleston Southern, and the team's 2 road wins stand as the most since 2007. And in 2014, he was named Big South Co-Coach of the Year. Please join me in welcoming Coach Harold Nichols.
Thank you, Ira. I appreciate it. So thankful to be here with you guys this evening. I want to thank Coach Smith, and I want to kind of echo what Ira just said just a second ago. Y'all don't know how appreciative us as fans here in Lawrence County, Lawrence High School, Raider Nation, of what y'all did this year. You gave hope to this community in this pandemic. A lot of us live our lives through young people and their exploits in athletics and on the football field. I can't commend you guys enough for all that you did this past fall to give us a little bit of joy. Give us a little bit of joy. So thank you guys so much. On behalf of Dr. Vandenberg, Matt Vandenberg, our new president, we just got a new president at Presbyterian College back on February the 1st, so we're trying to make the Blue Hose out of him yet. He's a Yankee from up in Michigan, so we're hopefully we'll get him indoctrinated here in Lawrence County here pretty soon. But I want to kind of touch on a little bit about this being an unusual year. It's been an unusual year in a lot of ways. But it's been an unusual year that has exposed character. It has exposed the character of our leaders, both locally and nationally. I found a quote when Coach Smith asked me to come over here and visit with you guys a little bit, because I know you guys aren't here to see me or hear me tonight, but I just want to share a few things with you. But the quote says, "True character is revealed in the choices us as human beings make under pressure." Under pressure like we've been under this past year. The greater the pressure, the deeper the revelation, the truer the choice to the character's essential nature. So think about that for a second. All of us had to make choices this past fall. Everybody was up in arms about whether we would play football or not. A lot of you seniors that are in the room wondering if you're going to play your last year of high school football for the Lawrence High School Raiders. But one thing that I found over the course of time, I coached college football for 27 years. Now I've got a job where it's all 1st and 10 calls, and no third and longs, you know, so I speak from experience. But there's some things that I believe that'll never change in football. Pandemic, 1970s, 2030s, I think these things will never change in the game of football. Number one, and Cole ain't going to agree with me, game starts up front. Always has, always will. Game starts up front on both sides of the line of scrimmage. That will never change. Number two, fundamentals will never go away. The teams that block the best, tackle the best, get in the best stance, take care of the football, create turnovers on defense, that'll always remain true throughout the course of time. Football will always be physically and mentally demanding on coaches, players, teams and programs, communities, and there'll always be a need for leadership. Just like it happened this past fall. There needed to be leadership on your team. There needed to be leadership in your community. There needed to be leadership in your schoolhouse. Leadership will always be needed in the game of football. And I'm going to talk to you seniors here in a minute about the life lessons that football teaches you. And you guys have learned things and experienced things this past fall that you guys will cherish will last you the rest of your life. To be great, you have to sacrifice. How many times have you heard the coaches talk about that? To be great, you have to sacrifice. You can choose to be average, but to be great, you got to sacrifice. And you know, football's not for everybody. You know, I look in this room here, that's why you guys are special. You guys are the best of the best over there at that school. I know that already. Because I know what it's taken for you guys to have to sacrifice to be on a team. I don't know if you were first team quarterback or the second team cornerback. I know the sacrifice and the dedication it takes to be a good teammate, to be good in the locker room, to be good on Friday nights. It takes sacrifice. And you guys have had a great platform this fall to be able to show all of us the kind of leadership that young people need to show. I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story. Back in 2011, and Coach Sarver was on the trip with me. We were going to go down and play Georgia Tech on a Thursday night. It's the first game of the year. It was on ESPN. And we go down there and usually load up on Friday. You go down and you work out at the stadium there in Atlanta prior to the Saturday's game. I'm going to tell you what, if you ever want to go to Atlanta on a Friday, at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, this is the way to go. So we hop on the buses, we get to the Georgia state line up there on 85, and these 2 Georgia State Highway Patrol cars are sitting right there on the side, highway marker number 2. And our 3 buses, they get in front of us, and we're going about 90 miles an hour down High 85 on a Friday afternoon. That's the way to beat traffic, I'm going to tell you. We went right to the stadium. We went right to the stadium. So I was on the front bus with the offense. I step off, and there's this big, burly, black dude by the name of Carlos Searcy. And Carlos comes up to me and says, "Coach, my name is Carlos Searcy. I'm with the Georgia State Highway Patrol. And I'm here to escort you and your team, provide security for you guys this weekend. If you need anything at all, just let me know." I said, "Well, Searcy, thank you so much." You know, so I would get walking down the stadium there. Guys are starting to get dressed and go out for had a little walk through on Friday afternoon. And this other big dude, big white boy named Ronnie Lee. This Lee goes, "Coach Nichols, my name is Ronnie Lee, and I'm with the Georgia State Highway Patrol. If you guys need anything at all, any kind of security, you just feel free to holler at me." I said, "Well, Ronnie, I appreciate it so much." You know, so we worked out there, went back to the hotel. We had a team meal. We're in the lobby. So I got to talking to Carlos and Ronnie there in the lobby, and I said, "So you guys do this every weekend?" He said, "Oh, yes, sir. We love college football, and And we got the detail with the highway patrol to do all of Georgia Tech's games. I said, man, that must be awesome. I bet you guys get a chance to meet a lot of folks, a lot of the players and coaches. And he said, oh yeah, I enjoy that a bunch. I said, well who's your favorite coach that you've met that's been down here? You know, I know Coach Sweeney, Coach Beamer, and all the famous coaches that you see. And he said, well, I like Coach Beamer a lot. I'll tell you a story about Coach Beamer. He came down on a Thursday night, and Virginia Tech was playing Georgia Tech, and he asked me to take him over to the hospital. There was a Hokie fan in there that was dying of leukemia, a 12-year-old boy. I stuck him through the back, through the ER entrance. We went up there, and it wasn't a photo op or anything. He took him a ball cap and sat and spent 2 hours with him the morning of a game. And I thought that was really cool that Coach Beamer would take 2 hours out of his time to go see a sick little boy before a big top 20 matchup with the Georgia Tech LDHS. I said, yeah, I've heard some really good things about Coach Beamer. Doing things like that, I've heard he's an awesome coach and an awesome, even a better person. So we get to the game. It's a night game. We had to wait around the hotel all day. We go and we play Georgia Tech. And game's over with. We are in the locker room. So I'm addressing the team, trying to get everybody showered up and ready to go, get on the bus and head back to clinic. Well, my family was there. We're up underneath the stadium. Georgia Tech's not in a great part of Atlanta either. It's in kind of a rough neighborhood. So I asked Carlos, I said, would you mind walking my wife and my children, my in-laws to the car in that parking lot? He said, no, I'd be more than happy to do that, Coach, no problem. So I'm getting everybody on the bus. They've got my family back to the car. Carlos and Ronnie are standing there. I said, Coach, anything else you need? I said, no, Ronnie and Carlos. I said, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys taking care of a football team these last 48 hours. Us in Atlanta, you guys have been first class, and I really appreciate it. So I go to get up on the step of the bus. Carlos says, hey, Coach. I said, yeah. Remember when you asked me who my favorite coach was? I said, yeah, I sure did. You said Coach Beamer. He said, no, you're my favorite coach. And I said, well, why is that? He goes, because you're the only one that's remembered my name. That made such an impression on me in y'all walks of life that all of you have. All of you have a platform. All of you have an opportunity to have an effect on somebody. Just so I looked a man in his eye, I remembered his name, I was thankful and appreciative of the service that he provided for me. You guys have those same opportunities in your walks of life. I'm going to leave you with this. I know all of your coaches here at Lawrence High School, they love all of you and appreciate all your efforts, high school players. But I'm going to tell you that coaches love these kind of players just a little bit more. And here are the reasons. Players that master all the things that require no talent. How many times have you heard that? I don't care how big or fast you are, but you can master all the things that don't require talent. Being on time, great work ethic, effort, body language, energy, attitude, passion, being coachable, being prepared, the words that come out of your mouth. All those things require no talent. Zero talent. They also love players that show respect to the coaching staff, everybody involved in your school, in your program, in your community, in your churches. These are the guys coaches send out to talk to the media after games or in the community. They represent the program in a good light. They understand the importance of being in the spotlight and the platform that you have. They love kids that are great role models in the school, in the community, on campus. Those kids that are playing touch football in the back of the end zone on Friday nights, they're the ones that look up to y'all. They want to be like those guys. They love players that always do what's in the best interest of the program. The wants and needs of the individual are on the back burner for the best interest of the team. Could mean switching positions. Could mean taking more leadership, not being selfish. This is the highest chance for success for everybody involved. Number 5, they're good decision makers. They make the right decisions on the field, off the field, in the classroom. These are the guys coaches don't have to worry about being a knucklehead, getting in trouble in class. They're good examples for the younger players. They also never let their emotions get too high or too low, regardless of the adversity. Always poised, always composed. They do the little things when no one's watching. I had a rule when I was coaching. Nobody cleans up after us. We're going to leave the locker room better than we found it. Nobody cleans up after us. Most programs that are first-class programs, that's what they do. Nobody cleans up after us. Encouraging the young player, being a voice, a positive voice in the locker room. And I'm going to tell you what coaches love about players. Coaches know that they can trust and depend on them regardless of circumstances. Coaches love to coach these kind of kids. I know I do. 30 years. These things that I just talked about, those are the things that I love about kids. I'm going to leave you with 3 things real quick. I certainly appreciate you guys allowing me to come and visit with you tonight. This is quite an honor for me. Food was great. Thank the people that prepared it tonight. We live in uncertain times, men. We do. You guys have opportunities to be leaders in your school, in your community. I'll tell you what the most powerful button in the world is. You know what that button is? That send button on your phone. That's the most powerful button in the world. You are who you are on social media. You are who you are. Be a good decision maker. Being a good decision maker now, be a good decision maker as you become a young adult, as you become a husband, a father, a member in this community. Be a good decision maker. And surround yourself with good, positive people. Because those are the people that will pull you up when you're apt to make those bad decisions. Those scrubs, those guys that don't have any skin in the game, they'll pull you down every single time. So surround yourself with good, positive people. Be a good decision maker. Again, man, congratulations on an unbelievable year. Record beside, okay, you guys will have learned lessons this year that most kids your age will never have gone through. I know I didn't. Use it to your advantage. Use this adversity to your advantage right here. You younger folks that are coming out through the program, remember those things I talked about right there. You guys all have a bright future. Seniors, I wish you luck as you graduate from this place and go out and make great things in your future. I do. I wish you luck. Look forward to coming back and seeing you guys. Thank you so much.
Last time I was going down 85, I saw those cops sitting there, and they didn't help me go down. Thank you, Coach Nichols, for those words. I really appreciate it. We're now going to recognize members of the Raider JV football team. I'd like to ask those team members to please stand along this wall over here for us. Needs to stand up and go stand over there for us, since we don't have any. All right, we'll go ahead and recognize them. We're glad to have Coach Stevens here with us to recognize these players. As I call your name, if you come forward, you'll receive your certificate, and stand here in front of the stage so we can congratulate you for your season. We also have Coach Childress here. Isaac Adams. Jeremiah Anderson Brown. Courageous Austin. Hugo Avila. Chavis Baker. Carter Brown. Zach Brown. Makeem Bird. Jordan Cash. Ty Colson. Brandon Crisp. Brent Diebel. Sam Falal. Carter Faulkner. Raul Fernandez. Nick Fowler. Asher Goss. Mazier Grant. Odaris Grant. Sebastian Gunner. Jonas Holtzclaw. Maddox Holtzclaw. Cyan Hunter. Malik Jackson. Braden Johnson. Raylan Jones. Jalen Mios. Seth Montjoy. Brandon Moreno. Katie Mosley. Noah Mosley. Reese Bunyan. Hunter Neighbors. Mason Parsons. Damian Patrick. Miles Ray. Javen Robertson. Gage Sailors. Robert Simmons. Lee Coppion. Thorne Taylor. Irvin Tolan. Josiah Williams. Nick Woodruff. Please join me in congratulating these players. We'll now recognize members of the varsity football team and present them with certificates for them to get their letters or bars. Coach Smith is going to come up and help with this process. I asked the varsity team members if they would please line up for us against the wall to my left. Guys, I will tell you that you'll get a certificate. You're to take that certificate and see Miss Hall, and she will give you your letter or your bar to go along with your letter. You already got one. So, David Anderson. Keyshawn Bluford. Antoine Brown. John Brown. Waldrick Burnside. Isaiah Burnside. Isaac Craig. Isaiah Craig. Dontavius Daniels, Jameer Darden, Kishard Davis, Brian Diaz, Isaac Duncan, Jeremiah Easter, Kason Elledge, Ryan Elledge, Cole England, Stephen Franco, Jeremiah Fuller, T.J. Garlington, Brent Gibson, Jaden Goodwin, K.K. Hamilton, Mark Hadaway, Colin Hill, Nick Humphreys, Keelan Latimer, Cole Lawson, Jackson Martin, Kazarius Martin, Stephen McBeth, Jaden McGowan, Austin McEwen, Jalen Mims, Scoot Mosley, Carmelo Mosley, Blake Nelson, Walker Nelson, Isaiah Pearson, A.P. Pitts, Jay Cooley, James Raw, Ty Robertson, Jordan Roberts, Jason Rogers, Pharrell Shans, Ryan Sheffield, Braden Smith, Grayson Talent, Zy Todd, Nick Tucker, Malik Walker, Ravian Williams, Will Yates, Jamari Young. Please join me in congratulating these players. Thank you, guys. You can be seated. Nine Raiders were named to the all-county team. As I call your name, if you please come forward and be recognized by Coach Smith, and please remain standing here in front of the stage so we can congratulate you for being named to the all-county team. At running back, Jeremiah Fuller. At wide receiver, Kason Elledge. At receiver, defensive back, and returner, Jaden McGowan. At kicker, Brian Diaz. At defensive line, John Brown. At offensive line, Grayson Talent. At offensive line, Cole England. we have a recognition plaque for you that we'll give to you. So, for his play on the offensive line, Cole Eagle. For his play as receiver, defensive back, and returner, Jay McGowan. For his play on the defensive line, John Brown. And for his play at linebacker, Jameer Darden. Join me one more time to congratulate all of you. We also have one player that was named to the All-State team for the South Carolina Football Coaches Association, Cole Eagle. Thank you guys for this season. Thank you. We have several individual awards to present tonight. Our first is for Offensive Back of the Year. I'd like to ask Coach Lee Taylor, Raider Offensive Coordinator, to come forward and present the Offensive Back of the Year award. This Raider not only had a great year on the field, but he has also been a team leader off the field. Averaging 17 carries a game, he rushed for 500 yards in 6 games and had 14 receptions for 150 yards. His work in the classroom has also been outstanding, as he has a 3.7 grade point average. His heart for the community was on display as he urged his team to partner with the Lawrence American Legion Post for a toy drive. Join me in congratulating the Raider Offensive Back of the Year and member of the All-County team, Jeremiah Thorpe. Congratulations, Daryl. We will now present the Most Valuable Wide Receiver Award. Coach Centel Peak is going to come forward to present this award for us. Any coach or quarterback will tell you there are certain characteristics that some receivers have that set them apart from others. Tonight's recipient has those characteristics, making it easy for the Raider coaches to call his number when a play needed to be made. While he has the best hands on the team, he realizes that it takes more than good hands to be a great receiver. He is a hard worker who embraces coaching and strives every day to become better at his position. And when he catches the football, he has a trait that all players, coaches, and fans love to see, a nose for the end zone. The recipient of the Most Valuable Wide Receiver Award and a member of the All-County team, Kason Ellis. Congratulations, Kason. Our next award is for Offensive Lineman of the Year. I'd like to ask Coach Ryan Strickland, Raider Offensive Line Coach, to come forward. As Coach Nichols said, offensive line and defensive line is where it takes place. And I will tell you, the offensive line is the hardest position to play. Not only does it require the lineman to read the defense to determine who to block, but it also requires different techniques based upon whether you're on the right or the left side of the ball. Right, guys? Tonight's recipient led the offensive line as it adapted to the new ways in which you'd have to practice during the pandemic. And regardless of the situation, this player's always strived to get better at his position. The Raiders Offensive Lineman of the Year is a member of the All-County, All-Region, and All-State teams and a future Citadel Bulldog. Join me in congratulating Cole England. come forward and help present the Special Teams Player of the Year award. One of the most challenging skills to find on the team is a long snapper. When the team needed a long snapper for punts, field goals, and PATs, tonight's recipient put the team before itself. There was a major reason the team was perfect on PATs this year. The Special Teams Player of the Year is KK Hamilton. Congratulations, KK. Our next award is the Coach's Award, and Coach Smith will be presenting this award tonight. The recipient of this year's Coach's Award has characteristics that all coaches want in their players. The recipient consistently graded above 90% on all his plays, made plays when opportunities arose, and gave his best effort on every play. His hard work and great attitude were noticed by all. Please join me in congratulating this year's Coach's Award winner, Ryan Ellis. Tonight's Most Improved Player Award was presented by offensive line coach Jamie Childress. The recipient of the Most Improved Award played limited snaps as a junior, but worked hard to become a valuable member of the Raider defense as a senior. It did not matter whether he started or came off the bench. This Raider played the game with great attitude. As a middle linebacker, he made the calls to set the Raider defense and ended the season as one of the Raiders' top tacklers. The recipient of this year's Most Improved Player Award is Austin McEwen. Congratulations. We'll now present the Defensive Back of the Year Award. And I ask Coach Brandon Sarver, Raider Defensive Coordinator, to help present this award. His teammates admired this defensive back for his toughness and willingness to play through injuries to help the team. A 2-year starter, he had 24 tackles and 3 pass breakups this year. Because of his commitment to excel in the classroom and passion for success on the football field, we know this Raider will succeed at the next level. The Raider Defensive Back of the Year, member of the All-County team, and a future Presbyterian Blue Hose, Nick Humphreys. Congratulations, Nick. I'd like to ask Coach DeJuan Stevens to come forward again to present the Defensive Lineman of the Year Award. A defensive lineman knows he's doing his job when the opposing team has to double team him to have a chance to run the ball. Even though this Raider was double teamed on most running plays, his explosion off the ball snap, along with great hands and relentless pursuit of the ball, made it difficult for opposing offenses. Finishing the year with 30 tackles in 6 games, the Raider Defensive Lineman of the Year is TJ Garlington. Our final award tonight is our Most Valuable Player Award, in which will be presented by Coach Smith. Tonight's recipient is known for his commitment to his teammates and to the Raider football program. In addition to his physical talents, his understanding of the concepts of the offense and defensive schemes allowed him to play offense, defense, and special teams at a high level. This year, he had 22 receptions for 544 yards, 3 touchdowns with a long of 84 yards. He rushed 16 times for 209 yards and 4 touchdowns, with his longest rush being 80 yards. And he averaged 15.2 yards on his 10 kickoff returns. This multi-sport athlete was also named to the All-County and All-Region teams. This year's Most Valuable Player Award goes to Jaden McGowan. Congratulations, Jaden. Coach Smith will now have some closing remarks for us.
I'd like to give a big round of applause to our speaker, Ira Nichols, and Ira Bedenbaugh. Did a great job tonight. Just to close things out, I wanted to say thank you to all of you for coming tonight. I want to say thank you to our players and everything they did this year. Thank you to the parents for allowing them to play and to trust our coaches that we could keep them safe. And I also wanted to thank a lot of people that some you see and things that they do, and some that are behind the scenes that you may not see that we have to put on a football game. The people that are sometimes behind the scenes, but they are what gives our players a quality experience on Friday night and at other times, like this banquet here tonight. And I was starting to write down the list, and it looked like I was going to be reading the credits to the Titanic here, because it's a long list. But I wanted to make sure that I mentioned some of these people. I may leave some out, and it is just a mistake, and I am sorry, but I tried to get as many people that help us, because this cannot be done by one person. It cannot be done by just a coaching staff. It is truly a community event when we put on a football game. And I'd like to start with the administration with Dr. Mika Thomas, Dr. Tina Faulkner, and Coach Tommy Spires, and our school board members who give us support. We'd like to also thank our coaches, Lee Taylor, Brandon Sark, Isaac Cooper, Jawan Stevens, Brian Strickland, Jamie Childress, Joseph Lorenz, Centel Peak, Jordan Thompson, Corey Patterson, Darnell Suber, Brian Hothridge, and DeAndre Lee. And also a student assistant helped us with filming, Robert Lawson. And I also would like to take this time to thank our coaches' wives who allow us to do the job that we love. And I'd like to thank my wife. A few others. Ashley Hall, who's behind the scenes and support staff, does a lot of work at eligibility and things that aren't seen, but is invaluable to us. I'd like to even thank Aaron Patterson and the cheerleaders, some of which are serving and helping tonight. Katie Black, Terry Grubbs, and all the chain crew. Sarah Glogowski and the band. People who work in the press box. Y'all heard Ira tonight, does a great job, the voice of the Raiders. Ralph Culberson, who works our clock. Jody Penley does the music. Bob Taylor, Ricky Lesson, and Brian Harlan, who all work in the press box on Friday night, that you may not see, but they're definitely creating an environment of entertainment. The media that puts our players out in the newspaper, with John Clayton, Mike Dutton, and Mike Hughes. Michelle Gibbs, Booster Club. Rob Sheffield does our stats, and I could probably go on and on, but I'll stop. I know we've got people on the awards, and you don't want to hear me talk much longer. But as we end tonight, I'd like to ask also that anyone who won an award tonight to stick around so that Mike Hughes can get your picture. We said we'll probably do it over in this area, down this hall here. And also any seniors that are here tonight. We have your banners that we're hanging up at the football games, and they're on the table over here with your names on it. So you'll be able to pick up your banner tonight. That is our gift to you. and make sure I covered everything. I really appreciate everybody coming out tonight, and thank you. Have a good evening, and be ready for next year.